This video is about some of the unique, unusual experiences I had in Edinburgh, Scotland. Yes. If you're planning to go there, this is just a perfect video for you to know what you need to really experience there and not miss out. If you aren't planning to go, this video might convince you why you should be going to Edinburgh, Scotland. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a UX researcher. I have conducted research on traveling, commute, mobility for women, and I'm also an avid traveler myself. I've lived in Pakistan, US, and now I live in Canada, so I know a bit of experiences about like living in a South Asian country versus living in North America, and then I've been visiting different places around the globe. That's me. And I thought whenever I would, this is funny. So whenever I'd go online and try and like search about places, tips, recommendations, experiences, I would always like see white people sharing stuff and, you know, mostly men sharing things. So I was like, wait a minute, I'm a woman, I'm South Asian, I love traveling, I have so much experience, I have research. Why am I not doing this? I need to put another voice out there. So if you want to support me and you believe in bringing out another alternative voice into the space of travel and tourism, do hit the like button and share this video, subscribe, get me more attention so that this video can pop up when people do search stuff. So when you get to Edinburgh, go to the city center. That's the first thing you have to do. Yes, you have to go to the city center. It's a small city in itself, and when I say city center, you'll be like, okay. It's like, Cooper, what are you saying? It's such a small city and there's a city center? Yes, there is a city center, and that is the place you want to go to, my friends. So, go to the city center. That is where most of the unique stuff is. But in my video, there's going to be unique stuff outside that city center too. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to let you spend all your days in the city center. So when you go to the city center, you're going to notice like these beautiful stone paved roads and streets, and like you could feel and tell yourself, I'm the princess of the world walking. Or maybe you'll have your own story. For that, you have to go there. You're walking around, you see these old buildings and, green, lush stuff. You see the Edinburgh Castle right in the middle. And then you're just walking, you're like, just wonderful stuff. And like, what the fuck? You'll find like these huge, never-ending flight of stairs in the middle of the city, out of nowhere. You're like, what is going on? What is this? I was thinking, actually I was amusing myself. I was like, wow, maybe the city has like layers. I'm in the basement or the first floor, and then there's a second floor, and then there's a third floor. How wonderful. City of layers. I climbed up one of the stairs. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this hike. I'm gonna go and figure out what is it up there. And it's like another small city inside, like these small alleyways and which lead to another area. Like you start in one side, you take the stairs, you take a turn in the alley, and you're like, wow, this is another place altogether. Not really, I mean, I was just exaggerating in my head. It is a small city, so like if you're going to the city center like more than 2 days, you're gonna remember everything. Yeah, you're gonna remember everything. But as a starting point, just, get your asses there and start climbing those stairs. Discover, if you are a blogger, this is a very cool thing to, make a video. As you saw my video, like, it's a very cool thing to take a shot of. I don't think I have to say this, but just take the double-decker bus in there when you were there. I mean, don't act too cool for school. Take the double-decker bus, sit in the upper deck, and, just experience that city. When you're doing that, getting to the city center, there's this, oh my god, there's this one amazing coffee shop that I went to, which I thought was really unique because it had like pretty much walls made out of stone. Actually, there were no walls. It was just stone everywhere. Yeah, so it was like a stone carved cave like modern coffee shop. And I really loved it. I loved it, yeah. And the coffee is delicious. So I would definitely count that as a unique experience that you have to, for sure, go to. All right, and my third unique experience in Edinburgh was something that was absolutely unpredictable. I went to this cathedral, this church. It's one of the famous church there. The name can be here. All the names, you know, I'm not gonna say the names. I'm just gonna write the names. So, you know, if you wanna Google them, just pick up that word, Google it, and figure out where it is. So this church, I was like, it's beautiful church. It's like stained glass windows, stone paved. Everything's stone paved. Everything is stone made there. That's what I noticed. And you walk in, like, oh, so beautiful, so old. There's a lot of history to it, like small thing that was left behind, or the flag that is half torn. And then next to it, you will see a small gift shop. That is the unique experience. Wait for it, wait for it. The unique thing is, go into that gift shop, buy their fudge. Yes, buy the fudge there. It is delicious. Oh my God. Edinburgh has the best fudge ever. And I tried the fudge from like different shops. I tried the fudge from, oh my God, I was all over fudge, okay? I was fudging there. I would highly recommend getting the fudge from this church. I wish I could have gotten more of that because I wasn't sure. I was just like, oh, I feel like fudging. I'll get a fudge. And I did get a fudge. And then I was like, damn it, I need more fudge. And I need more fudge from the same church. So don't miss out on that. Whenever you research anything about Edinburgh and visiting there, a place will show up, the Scotch whiskey shop. And what I found really interesting was that all the stuff I was looking at was like, oh, they do this tour. Well, they will show you all the whiskeys from Edinburgh and from Scotland. Not from Edinburgh, Scotland. And all the scotch. And, you know, it's going to be a tour. Pay us $50 and we'll show you everything. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to pay that much money to know about my alcohol. Maybe I would if I was a rich old guy. But I don't want to do it right now, you know? So when you are going there, just know that that shop has other experiences too. It's pretty much like a shop where you can buy any kind of alcohol that you want, and they have all sorts of scotch and blended whiskey and single malt whiskey and whatever you're looking for. But the unique thing about that place, which I found out because I just stepped in there thinking, well, there must be something free in here. So I just walked in there and I'm like, I don't want to take the tour, but I want to do the free things. Must be something. And that's where I discovered what was the fun part. There is a bar in the basement of the Scotch whiskey shop. Yes. And that bar is pretty niche, like pretty cool. You know, not that crazy kind of bar where everyone's just like going mad and drunk. So I went there, got myself a whiskey, and I talked to this really nice guy, and we talked about, I don't know, I don't even remember what we talked about, but it was really good. I had a great time there. And I would not have found out about this if I would have thought, this is a paid thing, I don't want to do paid stuff, $50 for a tour. I actually took the risk. And I went there and I was like, there must be something. And that's where I found it. So I want to save you that hassle, and I want to tell you, when you go there, just walk into that shop, ask the people, I want to go to the basement bar. And they'll show you the stairs. Go there. You're going to have a great time. Okay, so the next experience that you need to have is, there's this place called Queen Spice. It has Indian and Pakistani, basically South Asian food. Delicious. I guarantee you, you will have a great time there. The food is fantastic. That is not the unique thing I'm going to talk about, of course, but I want to just give you the context. So, go there, buy their coconut ice cream. Yes, buy the coconut ice cream. It comes in the coconut shell, and it has like the most delicious coconut ice cream in it. If you're not a fan of coconut ice cream, too bad, you're missing out. If you have lactose intolerance, and you can, just deal with it. I have lactose intolerance. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna still try the ice cream. So if you can do that, do that. If you can, then I'm sorry, you're gonna miss out. Pick something else, get their barbecue or whatever. And on the left side, next to the Queen's Spice, there is a small lane called the Harbor Lane. Walk in that harbor lane. It's a really cozy, cute little lane that will take you to the harbor. And it is such a fantastic, unique experience. Another unique thing about Edinburgh is pretty underrated. So their street performances, nobody talks about that. I feel so bad. Okay, so these performances are not like what you would expect in, let's say, New York, or you would expect something in London, or in a subway station in New York. It's pretty different. You'll find their local music being played by the local artists. You'll find like people doing these tricks with the swords and stuff. Pretty medieval feel to their performances. That's what I felt. I felt like there was a twist of medieval culture in their performances, which was pretty unique. So that's also another thing. People who are going there from UK will not find this unique, but people who are going from other parts of the world, the museums are free. Yes. Like in the UK, all the museums are free, and I will highly recommend going to their museums, whichever you can go to and how many you can go to. It's really awesome, especially the arts museum. The art gallery there has some of beautiful works by Rembrandt. Like, there are some really good pieces from some really awesome artists around the world, and especially from Scotland and UK. My favorite was Rembrandt, so I remember his paintings. But if you have a favorite, I'm sure you can find one of the original pieces there. And it's for free, It's raining outside. Go into museums. Like, what's up? I'm here to see some art. And last but not the least, if you are going to Edinburgh and you have a bit of a time, like let's say if you have a day extra. Well, you never really have extra days when you're traveling. But if you're going for a week, let's say, I would highly, highly recommend you take out a day or two to drive to the neighboring areas in and near Edinburgh. Like, there are these places 2-hour drives away or 3-hour drive away, which are just, oh my God, they're beautiful. Not even just the places, but the drive to those places. It's an experience. You gotta try it. So I recommend this one place which was really unique. It's called Queen's View. Yeah, that's what it was called. Queen's View. So we drove from Edinburgh, and it took us, it took us 2 to 3 hours to get there. But all this time we had the music on, and there was like green stuff all around us, and the weather was really nice. And then we went up, there was a coffee shop where apparently Queen Elizabeth visited, and she had her tea there. So if you are somebody who loves that, that's your cup of tea. For me, we picked some coffee there, and then we walked to the Queen's View, which is the actual place, and that view is just mesmerizing. It's so beautiful. You gotta sit there, you gotta spend some time there, and then head back. So this wraps up some of the unique things that you can experience in Edinburgh, Scotland. If you did like my video and you found this useful, please do hit the like button, subscribe. It helps me bring this video up in the views, so that if someone's typing, they can hear stuff from a South Asian woman.